Exeter Network Church started in 2005. We became a Bishop's Mission Order in 2009, and a mission order is, I guess it gives us our raison d'etre, that we are a church shaped by mission, by going out and seeing what God is doing and joining in, and that we're an order in that we're not a parish church, we're not geographically based, but we are based on networks of relationships and following what God is doing and joining in. And we're a church now of about 350 people. In the early days of planting a church, everyone in the group is involved, everyone's all hands on deck, and we're clearly driving it along as the leaders. And now at a stage where the church is larger and the activities are many more varied and interesting, we're really trying to train up leaders and give away leadership in all kinds of ways that we can, so that people will really take responsibility for the areas in church life, and that doesn't then come back on us and rest on us. And so we're able to bring our strengths to the church, and that's what we bring, which really benefits the church, and that we're able to bring our weaknesses much less to bear.
One of the things that's important to us is trying to see what God is doing and join in with it. And so our future is uncertain in terms of there is no blueprint or no pattern that we know we're going to be following. On the other hand, I suppose we would love to see more and more unchurched people finding their way towards God through their networks and perhaps in the gatherings too. And also I would love to see us sending people out just to again really plant a different expression of church that we can resource and support, not suffocate it, but just see it grow up as an expression of church in itself. We'd like to multiply out in that way.
Certainly we've always put a great emphasis on them being in leadership, and I think that's been very much a part of what we've tried to do with the sort of discipleship but very early on.
I think it's really important that young adults and young people are included in the leadership team in a church like Regeneration, because they're able to reflect values and ideas that many young people face in the world today. And if a church is looking to reach this age group, it's really important that young people and young adults are able to have a voice within the leadership team so that they're able to contribute ideas.
As part of the leadership team, one of my roles is to oversee a pod group, and what that allows us to do is allow people to mix socially who they wouldn't necessarily mix with, and also allow pastoral oversight. So as a pod leader, it's my job or my role to check up on people perhaps on a weekly basis, just see if there's anything I need to be praying for. And then if there's any more serious issues, that could be directed higher up into the church for specific pastoral care.
For us at this stage, 12 years into our journey as a fresh expression, I think we have been through a few clearly discernible phases. The key thing we learned was to be more flexible and to fit the structure around the gifts and calling and indeed the vision of the people that we had, rather than trying to fit our people to the vision. And so we became considerably more relaxed about that as time went on, and found that by releasing the gifts of our leaders and really encouraging them to get in touch with their own sense of calling and those within the cell groups themselves, that released another round of creativity. One of the great joys of not having a parish church or a church building of our own is that we're not tied into any particular way of doing church or things that we have to deliver. And so we have groups that do short-term pieces of work, groups which might create a course or a piece of outreach which will last 6 weeks. I'd love to see Harvest modelling a community of very diverse theological perspectives, people at different stages in their Christian journey. I'd love to see us engaging with and building community with, building relationship with groups of people who wouldn't yet own a specific Christian faith. And I think that some of our groups do already begin to model that. They exist, as it were, on the fringes of church life. Some of them would not recognisably be church. The members of them wouldn't think that they were part of a church, but they deeply value being part of a relational group of people who are exploring life issues and coming to value spiritual insights. And I'd love to see us pushing those boundaries further still.